welcome to another learning live stream with me, Christian Chiller, joining you on no, it's not a Tuesday, it's a Wednesday afternoon in very nice and sunny Berlin, but I still have lights just to mellow the brightness of the sunlight outside. I'm going to be moving things over that way a little bit over the coming weeks as we get closer to summer, and I don't want to block out this beautiful window with blinds. But anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. Learning live stream 2 or 3 times a week, depending on what's going on. I take a look at a couple of things that interest me, maybe with the intention of creating an edited video. Probably not with this one, because it's a new feature of a tool that I have covered a few times on the stream, actually, probably the most. It continues to impress me. But before we get into that, you can find more about me at, it's coming, there it is, at christianchella.com. And if you like what you see and you're joining live, then leave a comment, say hello. If you're watching later, which you probably are, because most of you do, also feel free to tell me your thoughts on what you're watching and subscribe, of course. Now, what am I talking about? That is the wrong slide. This is the right slide. I am talking about Raycast again. Raycast, the macOS productivity tool, I guess. It's kind of a spotlight. I use it so rarely, I can't remember what it's actually called. The Spotlight, default Spotlight from Apple is in macOS is pretty good, but it's a replacement for that and tools like Alfred, etc., etc. I will link to some of the other videos I've made about it in the past. I think I've had a couple of videos. Actually, this may even be the 4th video, not the 3rd. I think I've had 2 videos on general features as they've changed and evolved. I had a video on creating an extension. I maintain a Trello extension for it, and I'm actually looking to create some more very soon. I kind of need an extension creation day. I want to create extensions for my Stream Deck. I want to create extensions for Raycast, a whole bunch of things. Anyway, they have a new feature. In fact, they have 2 new features in beta. One is a sync feature, which I have been using, but it's not really much to show. It just kind of works, which is great in itself. But one of the other features is AI. Of course, everyone is doing AI now. And Raycast is also adding some features there. I got added to the preview. I'm going to take a look at it today. It probably won't be a very long video because there won't be so much to cover. But there are also extensions for Raycast that do similar things. So I was going to weigh them up a little bit and see how they compare. Okay, let's jump in. So this is, now that's interesting. They announced this today, and it's now, there we go. I'm hoping this is still going to work. Oof, that's, we'll see. Turn Pro to harness the power of AI. Custom themes, keep your Macs in sync, and much more. So it looks like a lot of the features that have been in beta testing for some time are now part of this Pro package. I am hoping that it's still going to be available to me. Well, this could be a video where we don't do anything. Let's see. It appears that I still have access to them, I hope. Let's see. Looks like I've lost access to Pro, which is fine. Let's hope I still have access to AI for the sake of this video. Otherwise, this video will not exist anymore. All right. So here is the AI feature, and we can see the comment here. Would it be nice to have a warning that this was going to happen? Maybe. Let's see if anything still works then. How to ask AI. Type a question. Let's see. Uh-oh. And it says, there we go. Interesting. They're fading. This has been an interesting day to do this. So I have it until the 15th. There we go. All right. Good. So, I mean, we have no proof this is true, but we will assume it is for now. And then we can continue in chat. What does that mean? With an Apple J. Actually, you know what? This is probably a good time to turn on the Keycaster, but I can't do it right now because it would mean getting out of this current interface. So now we have a new chat window. Okay. Okay, great. You get the idea. Pretty cool. All right. And some nice kind of interface there. I've looked at a few tools like this, and this is reasonably native. It's quite nice. Actions. This Command K. Actually, now we can do this. Keycaster. This Command K is no. This is always a little fiddly to get this to actually turn on. It's apparently on, but I don't know. Anyway, it's probably coming on a different screen, isn't it? Yes, there it is. Let me fix that. If it even lets me. No. There you go. Doesn't actually let me select it. Okay, well, I'll figure that out another time. And this is the standard kind of options you think to see in Raycast. Generate title. What does that mean exactly? Generated title. I'm not quite sure what title I have generated, but I don't know. I'm not quite sure what generate title means. Anyway, we can, what does this plus mean? Okay, now we can set more things up here. Okay, cool. Close that for now. Let's try another one. Why not? Dare I type this? Okay. I'm pleasantly surprised. That is actually I mean, not strictly true, but oh, she. Oops. Okay. I mean, this is not a reflection on Raycast, of course, but okay, I don't know what this podcast is. Okay, that's at least accurate. I still don't know about this data privacy thing, though. Let's see. Huh? It's reasonably accurate. Okay, I did. In fact, more people, I would argue that many people know me by this name in my music past, not this current past. But anyway, current past. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This is not a reflection on the Raycast feature. It's kind of interesting so far. Okay, AI chat, we did that. Explain words, okay. I mean, It's interesting because Raycast already has a dictionary. So let's see. So we have the dictionary. I don't exactly know what the difference will be. I mean, I don't exactly know what the difference between using the dictionary and asking for the definition here is, but we can continue, I suppose. Assuming I spelt this correctly. Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, cool. I get the idea. It's a little similar, really. Translate text. This could be interesting. And this is also interesting because this is saying you can select what's under the cursor type thing. So I'm going to try let's try this. I just know German the best. Yeah. Yes, okay. And here's an interesting experiment. Let's just go for this headline. I can actually use the default Apple translation here. Yep, it's basically what I would have said, and this is quite true. So Berlin subway often disturbed. I mean, disrupted is probably more accurate as a translation, although it may or may not be the exact translation. Not infrequently, the passengers are to blame. I mean, German is probably more formally written than in English headlines, but anyway, that's what we're comparing to. And so now we say, if we can just do, what did it say to do? Let's see. Search for search AI commands. Okay. There we go. Interesting. So, and a lot of this is familiar from many of the other tools I've looked at. And I guess, oh, that's interesting. I don't see the translation here. That's interesting. Okay. So this, I guess it's those default commands, and then we can pick our own. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's actually a slightly better translation, I think. Oh, okay, yeah. That's fair enough. Then we can. Yep, sort of reasonable. Okay, so the default commands are, I mean, this is German, so this is probably not going to work. Ah, now that's, but what did that translate? Did that translate the German or the translation? Let's go back to, let's go to something very formal, probably. Yeah, okay. Not the most optimal. Okay, I mean, it's reasonable, yeah. That's also reasonable, okay. So it's mostly just text so far. I mean, these are very similar to the things I tried in Writer's Brew. in a previous video. So most of these are, yeah, reasonable. Let's try the code example. Where's the docs? Am I kind of, for some reason, not seeing it? Where is it? Where's it gone? Where's the documentation gone? Why am I not seeing it? API docs. I mean, that's not quite what I was looking for, but it will. Well, that is what I was looking for. Okay, fine. It's not quite what I'd call an API, but so let's go to something like this. And what was the command? I wonder if. There we go. So explain code step by step. I wonder if I'm going to need pure code. Let's maybe do that just to be sure. Oops. Let's go for this one. It's a VS Code extension, so being interesting. It's moved over here. Let's go for this is the longest. All right. Let's see. It's pretty reasonable. It's pretty reasonable, actually. I'm guessing in each case it's going to be similar. Yeah. And I can now also go to find bugs. Of course, there are no bugs. Okay, all right, fine. I'm not quite sure what this bit is though. What's this? Additionally, the styles path variable is declared multiple times. And then I think that's just all the code, I guess. So pretty interesting so far. The rest of this I have sort of seen before. This is mostly things I looked at in Writer's Brew, apart from the code, I think. Actually, maybe it did. They seem to be fairly standard features that are offered in every case. Okay, let's see what else we have. I think that's probably it though. Yeah, that was it. Okay, cool. Well, now what I was going to compare to was here. There is this extension already. Google Translate, of course, but I won't consider that one. That's basically what I wanted to compare it to. So let's see what this does. It's similar-ish. It's just a ChatGPT, but I mean, we can get similar functionality, I think. Let's see. It's interesting. It's only been 15,000 installs. I would have expected more, to be honest with you. Okay. I may need to do a whole bunch of setup here with keys and things. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Yes. Okay. I will go log into my. Just move this over. Hopefully I can keep that open. No, I can't. Okay, fine. I will go through this until a certain point. I always forget how to get to this particular page to log in. And here is where I will jump out because I'm actually using my wife's account because of reasons. OpenAI makes you use a phone number, and I have an account already created with a phone number I can't seem to access, and blah blah blah. But actually, this is also isn't working, so this could mean we get nowhere. Oh no, here we go. I don't know. So I need to get the you might have actually saved it in one password, hopefully. Let's see. create a new. They have this whole secret key thing. I'll show you in a moment once I have set it all up. So this is where I created the key here. And I'm going to have to show you again now. So I will just jump back. Okay. Actually, I didn't need to worry about it. It was all hidden anyway. So here we go. I've pasted the key. I can continue. And so let's so it's pretty similar, presented in a slightly different way here, but pretty similar. Well, it's actually giving more detail. Okay, can we continue with a chat? No, so it is a little different. Although what's full text input? I know that's different. So here we can get the models. Okay, or maybe not. So it is actually a little less comprehensive then, for sure. It's just asking a question. I can't actually, I mean, I guess I could go back to this code, and I don't know if this is going to work. I think actually I will need the full text, but here we go, full text input. So okay, maybe not. Oh no, here we go, it is working. So it's basically the same. We can see where the Raycast one is getting its answers from. This one tends to go into more detail. Yeah. So maybe if there's some kind of way that the Raycast team are implementing it, I guess. So I think that's largely done, really. There's not much else to explain there. We can see, I'm actually just going to uninstall that. I don't necessarily want it. Not that I have anything against ChatGPT. I'm just not particularly interested in keeping it. We go uninstall. All right. So that was the Raycast AI thing. It's actually interesting because obviously today is the very day where we can say, is it worth it? So Power of AI, custom themes, and keep Macs in sync and more, starting at $8 a month. All of this is interesting. So your personality, coming soon, pricing, floating note. So there's a lot of things here. Hard to know exactly what it's all going to be. $8 a month? I don't know. Hard to say. And I think this is where we get into the aspect of this AI features that has come up quite a lot, is when people have to start paying for them, will they become so obsessed with them? If I was to use something like Writer's Brew, which is reasonably well integrated into macOS, I am paying per usage. So I'm paying myself as opposed to, I guess, Raycast paying for it. And who knows what that's costing them. But I'm also getting these other aspects, these other features. Something to think about. And the cloud think it's nice, it works, but I'm not 100% sure how useful it has been to me yet, because I don't tend to change my Raycast settings that much personally. But I was wondering when they would start monetizing, and now this is how they're doing it. I'll leave it up to you. Let me know in the comments what you think about that, and whether you think those features are worth it, and whether you would pay them. So that was looking at Raycast AI and inadvertently Raycast Pro. And Yeah, interesting features, nicely integrated as always with Raycast, but is it worth the $8 a month? Let me know in the comments, or if you're on the Raycast Slack, you can also let me know there. I think you can probably find me. And well, I enjoyed that. I always like looking at Raycast. They kind of implement things in a nice way. So nice to see them finally making some money, I suppose, hopefully. All right, I will be back on Friday with something a little similar. I'm going to be looking at Autopod, which I think is another AI powered tool. It's not as explicit for Premiere for doing all sorts of automation with video, podcast, video generation. So you'll see me talking to myself a bit whilst I test it out. So look forward to that. Until then, I have been Christian Schiller. You can always find more about me on my website. And if you've enjoyed what you've seen here, then please leave a comment, please subscribe, please just say hello, share with your friends, and I'll be back on Friday with Autopod. Thank you very much for joining.